Let's do this thing, kid.
How many kids do you have?
I have one daughter, actually. How many kids do you have?
5.
Whew. 5? All right. Oh, you ready? Oh, okay.
I know start.
So like that thing. Rory, it's a pleasure to do this thing with your mom. What are the ages?
32, 31, 24, 20, and 18.
Oh, you're doing this thing a long time.
What is the age of your child?
Well, my little girl is 12. Just finished doing SE.
You now start doing this thing?
Yeah, I started. I young, you know, still young, you know. How you doing? Ravi?
Joe,
Nice to meet you.
right? Ravi, how many kids do you have?
Now one. What about you?
I have 4 kids. How old?
I have one 4-year-old.
My big daughter was 14,
Right.
twin girls 7, and baby boy 2 years old.
That's nice, man. I have some catching up to do.
Yeah, the team coming today. Rodney,
Thank you. Nice to meet you, man.
man. My son have 11 months. So he'll be 1 and 26 in this month. So that's
So
actually
you now
joy to
start?
look forward to. Yeah, now start.
A baby in the
You
game.
know. So how old your kids are?
I have a 4-year-old and 1-year-old.
So you have some experience, man.
I have a child.
You teach me a few things.
Yeah.
Right. So you would consider yourself a girl dad, a boy dad, or
A boy dad for now, but I think he needs company, so I'll see how that goes.
Girl dad or boy dad?
Well, it's a daughter.
Daughter.
Yeah, it's a daughter. You said you had 5.
I'm a girl dad by 1
Right.
and a boy dad by 4. Tell me about a time when you felt real fear as a father.
Fear, boy.
Fear as a father.
That first day when it is I dropped off in preschool,
Right.
tears. I
Yeah.
had to walk away. So all the emotions really what they were fear. You know, you're worried that she'd be safe. You're worried that she'd have a good sense of, you know, comfort. Should build relationships
And
even at that young age.
and
You know,
fear.
so there are many different types of fear that we as men have to push through.
Mine it was harrowing because Alexi,
Mm-hmm.
I was helping with the delivery. I was being coached
Wow.
through the delivery. And the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck.
Wow.
To think that, you know, life was so precious even then, you know, and I look at my daughter now and, you know, and I recollect that, you know, I share that with her and
That's interesting.
that makes your heart stop.
wanting to be a good father and not being the examples that we know of bad fathers, and trying to know that we're doing good. It's unreal because you're developing somebody either in your way or you know, a human by themselves. So it's like I know it will have a lot more to fear, but you know, we try to trust God and just keep going forward and doing what we're supposed to do.
Generally, I think every day is some amount of fear, especially in the type of world they're growing up in. But I think we have to have that faith and that belief that everything will be okay and you could do your best to instill the values in your children's daily behavior. And in the long term, you know, continue to hope for the best.
For me, the greatest fear I had was basically when their mom was pregnant. Just thinking about what could happen if a child come out. You want everybody to be safe. 10
Right.
fingers, 10 toes, and
Everything crossed.
healthy. We're trying to make sure that they get the best milk, best cereal.
3 or 4 weeks ago when we got COVID. They kind of picture all the deaths associated with COVID.
Yeah.
And then at that time my daughter, she had a severe headache and she was complaining, "Daddy, I can't take it no more." And I was like, what to do?
Can't do
You know?
anything.
But you had to kind of pull it together and understand that you are the adult here and you're in charge of these little ones and kind of do what you need to do, being a parent, being a father. I don't know if pride is the word or more so gratitude. I'm thankful when I see how she interacts and behaves
Right.
with other people.
Yeah.
Some of the questions that she asks, I think that's a big part of not just fatherhood, but the home, the surroundings.
Every day I look through 5 different lenses.
Wow.
I'm immensely proud of what they have achieved. And I mean, you know, my daughter, I was always talking about my daughter because I'm my only daughter, but she's fierce. I'm most proud of the fact that, you know, they meet the challenges head on.
So when you think about your kids and the job that you're doing as a dad, what are you most proud of?
The relationship I have with my daughter, a father and a daughter bond is very special. Sometimes you have a really bad day and you would go home, and as you open the door, she would run out and daddy, 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 and she want to play one time, and you know.
They smile, you know, when they smile in the morning, or when you reach them on the evening, they come, they hug you up. That's one of the greatest feelings you could get.
Yeah, I can relate to that. That's exactly the same feeling, to see yourself reflected in your child's behavior, the mannerism as well, how you're bringing them up. I think that's a really good feeling to know that you're doing a good job and be complimented about it.
The personality that he's developing is nice. You know, he smiles, he plays with everyone, he's not crying as much. That is the proudest moment I think I have, because to hear people say, hey, it's just like his father.
What's the best advice you've received as a dad?
I think the person who spoke to me the most about fatherhood was my father. He pulled me aside when he wasn't too well and said, Amy, remember, work is work, but you now have a daughter you need to take care of. So dial it down.
That's powerful.
Sit back a bit, look at your environment, and make sure your focus is your daughter. It hit me like a ton of bricks, because a couple months after that, he actually died.
For like new dads, what advice you would give them?
Be patient. There's no manual for it. It's just go there, you try your best. You have to do. They have to hurt, they have to cry. But once you're there to help them along the way, you know, they go through, whether it's the first burn, the first cut, the first fall off the bicycle.
I know about that.
Yeah. Once you help them up,
Right.
that's the most important thing. You're there for them. What about you?
Same. I know that the patience is a very big factor, because you always want to do what is best for them, but it's about learning and developing as well as a dad and as a man, contributing positively to society as best as you could, progress every day as a dad. Patience. I know it doesn't come overnight, but it will come.
What advice would you give to new dads?
This notion, this concept of fatherhood is, I think, characterized by unconditional love, boy. Forget all the other frills and the things and the material stuff, and that energy of just pouring into your child.
Yeah.
And knowing that you're doing it out of deep-seated love,
Yeah.
I think that trumps all.
That trumps all.
What's the best advice you receive as a dad, and what advice would you give to new dads?
Best advice I got is to be myself, you know, try to instill the good qualities into, you know, the child. But what stuck with me the most is be there and be present. You know, we have to provide, so you know you're all down with the 8 to 4, but at the same time making sure and showing up and being there for the parts of the child's life. Being present is the most important thing. So what's the best advice you got as a dad?
I kind of didn't grow up with my dad, so I always said to myself that when I have kids, I want it to be different. I want to be in my kids' lives and be a father that they need, and kind of be the dad that I didn't have. So from very young, I knew that I wanted to be a good father and a present father. And I'd like to see more fathers present in their children's lives, and not just a visit on the weekend or I pick them up in the evening and that kind of thing. Be there with your kids, take them to the park, play with them, you know, have a spiritual relationship with them, because we are really lacking that right now.